Okay, I got something to share with you today, and believe it or not, it's not the squiggly lines, even though that's what I've been doing. What I've been trying to use is I have this green marker. Let me see if I can show you. Okay, random story. I have this green marker. If you can tell that it's blue on the top, it's blue on the top because the green doesn't show up well on the whiteboard, and because the green doesn't show on the whiteboard, I'm putting blue as a refill, and I'm trying to use up the green here, and that's what it is. But that's what I'm talking about today. Okay. It's really interesting because sometimes when you've been doing this thing as long as I have, you start creating rules that you don't even know you had. Let me give you an example of that, okay? We have the 4 Ps here, and I know the glare is really bad, but you've got past tense, pacing, what is that? Past tense, pacing, purpose, and passing. And it's the set of rules I'm creating for my group. And they are hugely important. So listen up. If you got a masterclass, if you got a workshop, if you got a webinar that you're trying to use to sell people into your program or maybe sell tickets, these 4 things matter, okay? So when we get to the close, these 4 things matter. Again, they are past tense, pacing, purpose, and passing. What do these things mean? Well, I've been doing this so often that I tend to forget what it is that I know sometimes, but let me put it this way and let me give you some knowledge for today because I think this is a worthwhile conversation, okay? Number 1 is we always have a slide about what you actually accomplished, and it should be in past tense. So when you read it off, you will say, if, after you complete the James Lamb, awesome James Lamb program, these are the things you will accomplish. And then when you list them off, it's going to be in past tense. So that's number 1. Number 2, the pacing. And you can kind of see with my lead in what it is. And I have this subtle thing under 10 seconds. That's supposed to say under 10 seconds, okay? Under 10 seconds. That means every single point you launch off is under 10 seconds. And that pacing is important, right? You will, I don't know, you will learn to eat whole grains. You will enjoy eating whole grains. In fact, you're going to have 90% vegetable diet and you're going to figure out that James Lamb has no idea what he's talking about. All right, that's number 4. Okay, number 3 is going to be the purpose. Like, why do we do these things? And so often, what we do, and I know what's happening. You have your chapter titles in your course, and you're saying we need this to do this, right? And so you're tying one to the other in your accomplishments. But realistically, one of the things I want you to realize is actually you can reverse them. So when we look at purpose, I would reverse it. So a lot of people do things like this. You're going to be able to use our tracker. So when you use a tracker, you know when you exercise. And when you exercise, you're going to exercise more and you'll have an idea about when you are most active. Instead of just say, optimize the times when you are most active using our tracker, right? So a lot of time we have to reverse that using the purpose. And number 4 here, which I just wrote as an afterthought, as you can tell, is going to be passing. And this is what I notice all the time, right? Is we tend to put more on the slide, especially if you use AI, more on the slide as a dot point than you need. And what's happening is if you are talking to these points and there's a lot of text on the slide, people just can't read it in passing. That's what I mean by passing. You know when you drive on the highway and you pass a billboard and you can read, you know exactly what it's about? If you don't have that right, if you don't have it short enough, people can't read it in passing. So those 4 things, again, there's a little trick for you in your close, on your webinar, on your masterclass, on your workshop, whatever it is. Okay, number 1, make sure you do address a lot of the achievements in past tense. That's number 1. Number 2, make sure your pacing is on par, as in less than 10 seconds per point. Number 3 is going to be reverse it. So the thing you're trying to achieve and the mechanisms to do it. And number 4, which is the passing, can you shorten the text or make it legible enough where people can just drive by in a second and know what it's about? All right, and that's your tip for today, my friends.